The story begins. And we see a boy, who is looking at the sky, and he is saying, that day, for the first time, I saw goddesses. With heroic bearing, fair and beautiful, slender legs, and pale complexion, so deadly. And all the goddesses are fighting with the demons. And we see that they are attacked by crop fire. And one of them even hits goddess, due to which half of his body gets burnt. And seeing this, the other goddess gets very nervous. But she barely escapes the crop fire. Then she uses the following shadow and wind talisman, due to which she starts running away from this place. And we see the character in us, who is very scared, and remains silent. At the same time he is trying to escape from this place, and he is saying, damn, even goddesses can't be ogled like this, my first love ended so hastily. When immortals clash, the mortals suffer. Even this, handsome, mortal. If it weren't for finding the antidote herb for my buddy Dafxu, I wouldn't have come to this great dragon mountain. Then he tells about himself. My name is Yifan. 3 years ago, I had an accident crossing over to this place while working overtime delivering packages on a rainy night. I was avoiding the attack of Scorpio and Spider. Just don't notice me. Don't notice me. I don't have any cheats, no standard issue system, and no innate talent for cultivation. I was taken in by an old man from a medicine shop, following him to gather herbs and treat illnesses, barely scraping by. And Yifan is remembering what the old man told him. This hairstyle is somewhat similar to my family's doge. And at that time Yifan was thinking, how do I look like a dog? Then Yifan further says others crossing over would slash through life and death with a single blade, stepping through the gate of right and wrong, instantly becoming the master of the world. While I, Big Brother Spider, I was wrong, don't shoot. And Yifan is dodging all the attacks of the spider, and while running away he is saying, I'm just a Transmigrator, show some mercy. But Yifan starts falling down the mountain, and he's falling into a ditch, and he's saying, damn. There's a cliff here. Ah. Why am I so unlucky? And he falls into a hole, and he slowly opens his eyes. And we see that he is hanging down with the help of a branch. And he is saying, where am I? Huh? I'm not dead? Then as soon as Yifan looks ahead, he sees some flowers. And looking at them Yifan is saying, what is this? Mountain mandalas? With these few small flowers, I can make a detoxification pill, to temporarily suppress Dafxu's corpse poison. And Yifan is very happy. But then someone from behind says to Yifan, young master, do you smell really good? And Yifan gets very nervous after hearing that lady's voice, and he retreats. And Yifan is asking, who are you? And we see that there is a very beautiful lady in front of Yifan, who is smiling. And she is saying, you've barged into someone's home, yet for a young man, you're quite handsome. I'm already quite attracted to you. And Yifan starts feeling shy after seeing that young lady, and says to that lady, why young lady is also quite beautiful. At the same time Yifan is thinking, seriously? Actually found such beauty in this gorge? Today's going to be a lucky day. And then we see that tongue comes out of that lady's mouth, and she says to Yifan, so, would you be willing to let me consume you? And we see that, although she is not a young lady, she is a young dame. Who wants to eat Yifan? But Yifan attacks that dam with hoeing, and tells him, mighty hoeing dragon. And we see that the condition of that dam only gets worse. And she is saying to Yifan, ah, how dare you hit me? And Yifan also gets a little nervous, and he is saying, damn, I actually hurt her? This monster is so weak. Then the demon again gets ready to attack Yifan. And she's like, damn human. Although I am a low-level monster, I am not someone you mortal can contend with. I'll suck you dry. Now obediently enter my belly. And that demon attacks Yifan again, and Yifan is saying to her, like I do that, I'll face you instead. But then the dame lady feels something, and she thinks, what has she done? And we see that behind him there is a heavenly demon slaughter blast, which directly hits the lady demon, due to which it starts burning. And because of that blast, Yifan moves away, and he is saying, what in the world Is this disaster? Then we see another demon, who makes the same attack. And he is flying in the sky, and he is saying, Chuishuang. If you don't come out of hiding, I'll destroy this entire forest. Then we see Yifan, who starts burning his body due to that blast, and he is saying, even in my second life, I'm still destined for a miserable death once again. And Lady Dame's entire body now starts burning. And she is saying, this is the immortal corpse fire. How did I run into? And now tears start falling from Yifan's eyes, and he closes his eyes. And he says, so unlucky. Cough cough, I'm a disgrace as a Transmigrator. But then Yifan hears the sound of the system, and the system is saying, detecting a host facing life-threatening danger. Activating Millennial Cultivation system. And we see that Yifan's system now starts getting activated. And Yifan is very surprised after seeing the system, and he is saying, this is 3 years. 3 years. I've really waited for it, my system. And now Yifan has a hope. And we see that the system comes before Yifan. And she says to Yifan, dear host, I am your system administrator. You may call me 99. And Yifan is a little surprised to see the form of the system. Then the system shows Yifan's profile, and tells him, right now, you're at the blood-nurturing initial stage. This system stores 999 billion years of cultivation for you. As the host, you can unseal it any time if needed, but... And Yifan gets very shocked after listening to the system, and he says, 999 billion years? Then wouldn't I am invincible? Dominating everything, sweeping everything away, then I'd be invincible at will, with 999 billion years of invincible cultivation. Can I punch through this world of cultivation? And Yifan is becoming very happy. And the system is looking at Yifan, and she is thinking, there might be some side effects if bodily functions exceed physical strength. It seems the host isn't interested in my advice, so good luck to you, host. Then she says to Yifan, it should be possible. I look forward to being of use to you, host. And the system disappears from that place. And Yifan is telling the system, where are you going? But then Yifan hears some sound, and he starts looking upwards. And we see that the same immortal is about to fall on Yifan. And it falls on Director Yifan's stomach, due to which Yifan also falls to the ground. And Yifan gets hurt. Then he starts getting up, and he is saying, ouch, oh, that hurts. What's going on? And as soon as he looks in front of him, there is an immortal lady in front of him, and Yifan is thinking, looking at the immortal lady, is this the immortal? From earlier? Wow, the system is giving benefits so quickly. And Yifan says to the immortal lady, immortal sister, are you okay? You fell on me. And the immortal lady looks at Yifan and says, huh? Immortal, listen to me, cough cough, if you don't want to die, promise me one thing. And Yifan is thinking, are immortals always this straightforward? I'm still inexperienced. Then the immortal lady takes out a talisman, and she says to Yifan, this is the last teleportation charm, I'll send you away in a moment. Go to Tianwu City, tell the city lord of Tianwu City. But then we see that the demons have attacked the talisman and destroyed it. And seeing this, the immortal lady becomes very shocked. And then that demon reaches both of them. And he says to the demon immortal lady, you've had me chase you for 3 days, yet you're still playing these little tricks. Don't you find it ridiculous? And Yifan is saying, looking at that demo, that's the guy who used that technique that almost killed me, the corpse fire. Then he tells both of them, no one can escape my palm. And again that demon attacks both of them with fire, and Yifan is saying, no, not that technique again. And again he attacks with demon fire, due to which the immortal lady starts feeling a lot of pain. And his body starts burning. Then Yifan looks ahead and sees the same flower. And Yifan is speaking after seeing that flower. The mountain mandala? After enduring so much suffering. Once again, all my previous efforts were in vain. Then Yifan remembers the things from his old life, which he was told earlier, loser. A delivery boy loser. Enduring suffering, what's the point, is still a failure just like before, failure. And the immortal lady is speaking to that demon, Sherlong, my master won't let you get away with this. But the demon laughs and says to the immortal lady, you really think Chuwuyue, that old guy, dare to offend our corpse sect? Don't delude yourself, no one can save you. And the demon moves his hand towards the immortal lady, but then we see that Yifan stands up. And he has hoeing in his hand. And he is saying, wasn't it you who burned down the forest just now? And the demon looks at Yifan and says, huh? A mortal? Are you looking for death, little ant? And Yifan is smiling and says laughingly, what? An ant? We'll see who's laughing in the end. System. Unseal. And now Yifan has unsealed his power. And a very dangerous aura starts coming out from inside him, seeing which the demon becomes very nervous. Also the immortal lady. And we see that Yifan is moving forward, and the immortal lady gets very scared after sensing such a dangerous aura of Yifan. And she is saying, he was clearly just an ordinary mortal earlier. And the demon is also feeling the dangerous power of Yifan, and he is saying, what's going on? Such terrifying pressure. What have you done? And Yifan is saying to that demon, didn't you say mortals are ants? Thinking cultivators are superior? Thinking cultivators can do whatever they want, disregarding lives? And the demon is nervously saying to Yifan, you, don't come any closer. I've cultivated 3 great vital springs in my body, half a step to golden core, body like a diamond, indestructible. With just that broken hoe in your hand, you couldn't possibly hurt. And then Yifan attacks that dam with his hoeing. And delivers a dangerous hit on the demon, due to which blood starts flowing from the demon's mouth. And he is saying to them, how is this possible? And Yifan says to that lady in a dangerous look, feel it well, the rage of mortals. And the immortal lady is very shocked, and she is saying that mortal, he actually defeated the stone dragon. And we see that a very dangerous aura is still emanating from Yifan. And that demon is very scared. And he is saying, impossible! I am invincible and indestructible. How could you possibly harm me? And Yifan again moves forward to attack that demon, and he is saying to that demon, prepare to die. And the demon is killed by a single attack from Yifan. But Yifan's attack is very powerful, which cuts the entire mountain into 2 parts, and we see that there is a lot of bleeding from the dams. And he falls into the ground. And Yifan stands very calmly. And when this immortal lady sees all this, she is very shocked. And she's thinking, heavens, what kind of cultivation is needed to unleash such a devastating strike? And Yifan is thinking while looking at his hoeing, this cultivation of 999 billion years. It feels so incredible. And then the system comes out, and she says to Yifan, ding dong. The host has used cultivation which far surpasses the limits of the physical body, current lifespan reduced by 44. And as soon as Yifan hears this, he gets extremely shocked. And the system tells Yifan, the host only has 6 years of lifespan left. Please increase lifespan and physical strength as soon as possible. And Yifan is saying, hey, what's going on? How did I end up with only 6 years of lifespan left? And the system says to Yifan smilingly, Master Host, Master, I have already told you before, but using cultivation power beyond what the physical body can bear will result in lifespan reduction. And Yifan is asking the system, Jiojio, if I die, will the system be destroyed as well? How could that possibly benefits you? So the system tells Yifan, restraining the host's fate is also one of my responsibilities. If the host unfortunately perishes, the system can still exist with the remaining lifespan abilities. Life passes like a fleeting white horse. Jiojio, I will accompany the host until the end of their life. And Yifan shouts to the system, Jiojio, are you playing tricks on me? Then the immortal lady says to Yifan, thank you so much for saving my life, Senior. And after listening to him, Yifan is thinking, Senior? Do I really look that old? Never mind, now is not the time to think about this. I need to find a way to extend my lifespan. Then the immortal lady says to Yifan, Senior, the stone dragon chased me for 3 days and nights because of this treasure. Thanks for your help. Wushuang is here, and I am willing to offer it to seniors. But Yifan refuses and says no need. Keep this sword to yourself. And hearing this, the immortal lady becomes happy, and she is thinking, is the treasure guarded with my life not worthy in a senior's eyes? But Yifan gets close to the immortal lady and says to her, wait, do you have any longevity pills or medicines? And the immortal lady says to Yifan, senior, unfortunately, I don't have any. And hearing this, Yifan starts leaving from here, and he is saying, that's alright, you can go. I need some time alone to think. But then the immortal lady stops Yifan and says, senior, I still have 5 grade 3 jade toad pills. They have detoxifying and healing effects. Can it be of any help to you? And hearing this, Yifan becomes happy, and he says, this is useful. After this, the scene shifts. Somewhere deep in the Great Dragon Mountain Canyon, we see that a strange clock is running, and looking at that clock, some dames are saying, the compassionate bell is ringing. And the other dame says, the imperial palace of the compassionate immortal emperor has appeared. Then we see another dame, who is speaking, that seems to be in the direction where the Great Dragon Mountain is situated. And the old dame says, so the imperial palace of the compassionate immortal emperor is hidden within the Great Dragon Mountain. And then another demon points towards the clock and says, the immortal emperor's inheritance. It must not fall into the hands of other sects. All disciples, hurry to the immortal. But then someone attacks the demon and kills him. And a very big and dangerous demon comes to that place, and he is saying, what's with the commotion when I haven't even started speaking yet? Hey there! Have we arrived at the Great Dragon Mountain? And the other demon says, yes, Elder, sure, the Great Dragon Mountain is just ahead. And Elder Demon is saying, Longer's life token shattered, and his soul dispersed in the Great Dragon Mountain. Whoever harmed Longer, swear I will pulverize them thoroughly. Let's go! Descend the Great Dragon Mountain, and after this the scene shifts and we see, daybreak, Tianwu City. And Yifan has come to his house, and he is looking for someone. And then we see a demon who is looking at Yifan only. And as soon as Yifan hears the sound of that zombie, he looks back. And we see that the zombie is very hungry, and he attacks Yifan. But then someone comes in front of Yifan and tells him to quickly move away from here. And the man attacks the zombie, due to which the zombie falls down. And Yifan looks at that man and says, Su. Uncle Su. Why did you come here? And Uncle tells Yifan, Daifu is about to turn into a zombie. Don't let him bite you. Then Daifu attacks Yifan again, but Yifan throws the medicine inside Daifu's mouth, and he says, Daifu, wake up. Ha! Take this medicine. And as soon as the medicine goes inside Daifu's mouth, there is a huge explosion. Then when the dust clears, we see that Daifu has recovered. But his clothes are torn. And he is saying, Where is this? I remember I was bitten by some old zombie. And Yifan says to Daifu, You were indeed bitten, but luckily, I found the jade toad pill in time, so you didn't turn into a complete zombie. And as soon as Daifu hears this, he starts crying. And he is saying, Shirye, you used the jade toad pill for me? You're rich now, bro. And Daifu moves forward to hug Yifan, but Yifan kicks Daifu and says to him, Hey, what are you doing? Don't come at me naked. Get lost. Then the system also starts beeping. And Yifan is thinking? What's this system prompt? And the system sees Daifu's status, and tells Yifan, Hey there. That's right. This is an additional function of the system. As long as there are cultivators near the host, the system will automatically scan and display their information. Of course you can choose to disable this function, host master. And Yifan says to the system, Why disable it? It's a divine technique. It's perfect for me to see Uncle Su's cultivation. Also the status of system uncle is also visible. And seeing Uncle's status, Yifan is thinking, Wow, you're at the nascent soul stage. I always thought you and your nephew were ordinary people like me. I didn't expect to be surrounded by such hidden talents. But unfortunately for them, I will be the ultimate king who gets to flaunt the most. And in their minds the system and Yifan are laughing loudly. After this, the scene shifts. And we see that some people are carrying someone in a carriage. And a very fat granny is sitting inside that carriage. And this granny is, wrong granny, matchmaker, slave trader. And Yifan is saying, huh? Where did the wife come from? And Daifu is saying to Yifan, isn't she the one sitting in that seat? Too boring, Xiaoya. You have strong taste. Then Granny says, haha, your old man told me to find someone to take care of you before he left. Coincidentally, a new batch arrived today. Take a good look. Granny, let choose me first. And we see that Granny has many girls, who are slaves. And Yifan is saying, wrong Granny, I don't want a girl, and I don't plan to get married and have children for now. But Granny says to Yifan, don't pretend to be innocent in front of Granny. How come I heard your old man say that you have something good under your pillow? And Daifu teasingly says to Yifan, Xiuya, what's this good thing under your pillow? And Yifan says, nothing, there's nothing. But then Yifan notices something. And he starts moving forward, and he's thinking, what's that? It's not her either, that's right, it's her. And Yifan goes to a girl, and moves his hand, and says to that girl, I'm Yifan, what's yours? Name? My pharmacy needs an assistant. Do you want to come and become a medicine girl? And that girl grabs Yifan's clothes and says to him, Zhongling, heir. I'm called Zhonglinger. I can do anything. Please take me. And Yifan agrees to it. Then Daifu said, lazy said Xiaoya likes younger girls. It seems to be true. He just said he didn't want any, but now he's pouncing on her. Then Granny says to Daifu and Uncle, ha ha ha, should Granny find a partner for you two nephews? Perhaps someone as beautiful as this Granny? And as soon as they both listen to Granny's words, they both say, no. No need, we're not interested in women. And seeing Yifan Linger's status, he is thinking, Zhong Linger, the destined daughter, possesses the innate emperor's physique and has boundless potential. And the system says, Zhong Linger, the destined daughter, possesses the innate emperor's physique, not awakened yeti, boundless potential. And Yifan is smiling and thinking, I've struck gold. After this the scene shifts. And we see, Dalong Mountain, the split mountain range. And many demons gather at this place. And we see an elderly demon drinking someone's blood. And seeing this, a dame says those are the ashes of the stone dragon. And another demon says, the only son of the elder Shiryu, his remains are completely gone. Then the elder demon uses some kind of technique, and he says, secret technique, bloodline tracing. And his technique starts working, and seeing this, elder demon starts smiling, and he is saying, it's pointing towards Tianwu City. Ha ha ha, wait until I find you. I'll teach you what absolute terror is. Then we see Tianwu City, Medicine Hall. And Yifan is calling Linger. And Linger is bringing tea for Yifan. And he is wearing very nice clothes. And she says to Yifan, Senior Yi, would you like some tea? And Yifan says to Linger, if it weren't for having this system, who would have thought this pure girl would be the reincarnation of the Empress? This flying immortal scripture was passed down to me by my master. You can try practicing it. And Linger takes that book, and she is saying, can I really give it a try? And Yifan says to Linger, I have been practicing this book for 3 years and have gained some insights. If you have any questions. And Linger is saying while reading that book, Senior Yi, I'm afraid I won't be able to learn it. But as seen from Yifan, when Linger is reading that book, she makes breakthroughs very quickly. And seeing this, Yifan gets very shocked, and he says, my goodness! In an instant you've advanced? Is this the difference between a genius and a mediocrity? And Yifan becomes very sad. And seeing Yifan sad, Linger is asking him, Senior Yi, are you alright? And Yifan is saying, give me a minute, I need to calm down. There, at the city gate of Tianwu City, we see that the demons have attacked. And seeing that attack, a soldier is saying, has it gotten dark? And the other soldier says, it was fine just a moment ago. Why did the weather suddenly change? Then a soldier points towards the sky and tells the soldiers to look upwards. And we see that a purple-colored cloud appears above, and we see that a huge explosion occurs at that place. And because of that attack many soldiers burned to death. And there is a shadow in the sky, which is attacking them. And the soldiers start running away from this place, and they are saying, "Ean beasts." They are Ean beasts of the zombie sect, at the earth level. Oh my, why are there so many of them? An elder demon has done many attacks on the city, and seeing the condition of the city, the elder demon is saying, "The one who killed my son, I know you're hiding in this city. Today, I shall slaughter all here in Tianwu City and commemorate my son to the grave." Then we see Fan, who has opened his system, and he is sitting comfortably, and he is saying, "Corpse sect. They just won't go away. Looks like I'll have to sacrifice some more of my lifespan." And because of the attack of those demons, all the citizens are very scared. And all of them are running away from this place to save their lives. And hearing the voices of those people shouting, the elder demon is becoming very happy, and he is saying laughingly, "The entire Tianwu City will become a burial for my son." A burial! At this moment, in Yifan's medicine hall, Yifan is currently guiding Zhonglinger in her cultivation. And Yifan is thinking, that guy outside the city, he looks tough to deal with. Although I have the support of the system. Each time I use it, it's at the cost of consuming my life. I must control the magnitude of each release of my abilities. If I were to use that ultimate move again, I'm afraid I'll die instantly. Or maybe I should try infusing invincible cultivation into specific parts of my body, head, hands, legs. This. It doesn't seem like anything. Damn. What is this? It seems like on them outskirts of Tianwu City. Did I just tear apart space with a light grip? Then, let me try infusing cultivation into my eyes. Oh my god. I can actually see scenes thousands of miles away with just one glance, and the more cultivation I infuse, the farther I can see. Even beyond the sky, it's all clear to me. Wait, it seems like this divine eye also has the power of penetration. And when Yifan looks at Linger, he gets a very nice sight. And Linger is saying, this cultivation posture is quite difficult. And seeing Linger, Yifan's nose starts bleeding, and he is saying, "Ah, this is simply a divine artifact of benefits." And Linger is saying to Yifan, "Brother Lu, why? Are you suddenly bleeding?" Then Yifan gets close to Linger, and tells her, "I'm fine, Linger. Don't move for now." And Linger is saying, "Brother Lu, what's wrong? Did I encounter any problems in my cultivation? It seems like some power is surging into my body. It feels warm." And Yifan is thinking, it seems to be working, slowly channeling a tiny fraction of my vast cultivation into Linger's body through her meridians. It can rapidly increase Linger's strength. And Linger starts screaming slowly, and Yifan is telling Linger, "Linger, hold. It's in, don't make any noise. If the neighbors hear it, it'll be troublesome." Tianwu City, at the city gates. Here demons are killing citizens. And are consuming their powers. And we see a soldier who is saying, "Defender of Tianwu City, turn these monsters to ashes." And this soldier happens to be Ping Fei, leader of the guards of Tianwu City. Then that soldier attacks those soldiers, secret skill, Phoenix Fire Wind Burning Plains. But that soldier's attack doesn't do anything to that big demon. He survives her attack. Then the soldier is saying, "It's the leader. Great, he shattered that ghost baby. I am Peng Fei, the leader of this city's defense army. Whoever from the corpse sect has come to my Tianwu City. Won't you stop?" An elder demon is saying, "A junior in the early nascent soul stage dares to tell me, sure you, to stop. What a joke." And the soldier says, "So it's Elder Sure. I wonder where my country has offended your sect. Lord Chu is not in Tianwu City. If there's anything, you'll have to wait for him to return." But the elder demon says to that soldier, "You won't have a chance to see Chu Wu Yu, that bitch, again." And he comes very fast behind that soldier, and kills that soldier on the spot. And that soldier is saying to the elder demons, "Shameless. City Lord won't let you off." But it doesn't matter to the elder demons. And kills him very easily. An elder demon is saying, "Next, I will raise the entire Tianwu City to the ground." Then we see Fan, who is saying, "Corpse sect sure you, it seems you've come to seek revenge from me, Linger. This is a crucial moment for you to cleanse your essence and marrow, focus your attention. And Linger says, okay, brother. Then Yifan further says, of course, we can't let him continue to cause trouble. Let's see how many layers of my power you can withstand. We then see an elder demon, looking forward, looking very surprised, and saying, What's that? The aura of the powerful one who killed my son. And from the sky a huge hand moves towards the elder demon, and looking at him the demon is saying, what kind of technique is this? It can actually tear through space. Could it be a powerful cultivator? Please restrain yourself. I am an elder of the corpse sect. Even if you are a powerful cultivator, offending the corpse sect will inevitably lead to injuries. How about we settle this peacefully? And Yifan is laughing and saying, ha ha ha, settle it peacefully? Are you joking? Ha! The corpse sect is worth nothing in front of me. And Yifan sees the middle finger of the elder demon, then holds it with both his fingers, due to which blood starts coming out. But still he wants to fight with Yifan. And he is saying, I will keep fighting you till I die. And I don't feel the slightest pain. And hearing this, Yifan says to that elderly lady, all you have? You really disappoint me, you shall turn to ashes. Yifan then crushes the elder demon like an ant, and kills him. Then the system tells Yifan, during the divine transformation stage, you're nothing in my hands. Hey! The host has used a power that surpasses their own abilities. Lifespan value reduced by 5. My lord, you have 1 year of lifespan left. And Yifan gets very shocked after listening to the things of the system. Then he is saying to the system, deducting 5 years, why so many? Have already restrained my power. And while making the system bill she says to Yifan, the system gives you scanning skills, divine sight skills, and the skill to refine the bone marrow of that little girl. There's also tearing through space with bare hands, crushing cultivators, so, all of these will consume your life force. And Yifan points a finger at the system and says, such a scam, you're a shady shop. Nothing but a shameless fraud. And after listening to Yifan, the system makes a crying face and says to Yifan, every time I take action, it's the host's own choice. As you're aggressive towards me, I won't pay attention to you anymore. And listening to the system, Yifan is saying, how can you twist this and make me the bad guy? Then Linger is saying to Yifan, brother Fan, what were you doing just now? And Yifan tells Linger, I was tricked by a vampire. And Yifan is thinking, no, I have to quickly obtain the longevity medicine. After this the scene shifts. And we see, Elixir Sales Center Wanbao Pavilion. We then see a man, using the talisman, becoming a seal. And a few hours later he makes the seal. And he is saying, all done. For 2 hours, no one can enter or leave. Now no one can enter. But then Yifan arrives at that place, and he crosses that seal and comes inside. And seeing that the man gets very shocked, and while leaving Yifan is saying, Ing Lane should be in this alley. Then that man stops Yifan and says, how could? Does an ordinary person without spiritual energy pass through this barrier? This guy. And then the system tells Yifan, warning, warning, there are Foundation establishment cultivators nearby. And Yifan very angrily says to the system, close it, disable the automated scanning function. This scanning system has been deducting my life force all along, hasn't it? And the system says to Yifan, yes, but this system has given you practical enhancements, only taking a little bit of your lifespan, and you still complain. And Yifan starts moving forward stamping his feet, and he is saying, turn it off. Having it run in the background is such a waste. I wouldn't even know if you killed me. And looking at Yifan the man is saying, is this person crazy? Perhaps. The barrier that was just activated hasn't completely isolated the space yet. It should be an internal Wanbao pavilion. And seeing this place Yifan is saying, wow, this Wanbao pavilion is really big. I only have 1 year of lifespan left. There is a dazzling array of things here, there should be things that can increase longevity. If not, the next time I take action, it will truly be a matter of life and death. Then we see a beautiful lady, who looking at Yifan is saying, hey customer, would you like to purchase anything? There's 1,000 treasures in the Wanbao Pavilion. I am the branch master of Wanbao Pavilion in Tianwu City, Wan Honging. Whatever you want to ask, I'll answer. And as soon as Yifan looks at that beautiful lady, he is thinking, your figure is quite impressive. Also Yifan starts bleeding from his nose. Then he says to that lady, yes, do you have any cultivation techniques that can increase lifespan? Longevity pills and longevity medicines will also be enough. And she says to Lady Yifan, young master, the longevity methods related to cultivating immortality are extremely precious and rare. Currently, Wanbao Pavilion does not have them for sale. And Yifan gets disappointed after listening to that lady's words. But that lady says, well, personally, I still have longevity pills, 3 of them. I don't know if they will be useful to the young master. And the lady puts the bottle in front, seeing which Yifan becomes very happy, and he says, they will be. How much for a bottle? And the lady is thinking, I didn't expect to make a mistake. So this is just an ordinary person who hasn't even reached the qi refining stage. Then she says to Lady Yifan, longevity medicine is precious. Each one requires 1,000 low-grade spirit stones. And Yifan tells him to the lady, 1,000 low-grade spirit stones, haha, not expensive at all. And listening to that lady, Yifan is thinking, it's ridiculously expensive. I remember that a luxurious mansion in the center of Tianwu City cost only 20 or 30 low-grade spirit stones. What do I do now? Don't have money. Should I say I'll go home and come back with the money later? But then Yifan says to that lady, Master Wan, how about we make a deal? And after listening to Yifan, that lady is asking Yifan, what kind of deal? At the same time she is thinking, what can this little ordinary person trade with me? So Yifan says to that lady, give me 3 longevity pills in exchange for my help. For protecting the Wanbao Pavilion once. And after listening to Yifan, the lady starts laughing and says, protection? Ha ha ha, that's interesting, no need. No one dares to make a move against our Wanbao Pavilion. But then something starts happening at that place. And some people are saying, ha ha ha, destroy the Black Wind Bandits. You pigs of Wanbao Pavilion, hand over all the spirit stones, pills, weapons, and manuals. And seeing this the lady becomes very surprised, and the same man comes to that place, who had stopped Yifan earlier. And we see that soldiers are moving forward to stop those people, and those soldiers are saying, who are you? People? How dare you come to Wan? But we see that he also has a companion at that place, who is very powerful, and that man says, kill them. All, leave no one alive. And they kill those soldiers very easily. Then the lady is speaking to them, 3 Foundation establishment cultivators dare to rob our Wanbao Pavilion? And the muscular man gets very angry after listening to the lady, and he says, ha ha ha, stop pretending, Wan Honging. We know long ago that the 2 elders guarding the Wanbao Pavilion went to Dalong Mountain to seek an opportunity for immortality. Now, there's only you here, ha ha ha, the 3 of us have you figured out. And the lady is telling them, looks like you planned it in advance. But you really think that I, Wan Honging, am an easy target? And that man is telling them, be careful, there's ancient smoke. But then the lady first attacks this man. And she throws him away with a kick. Then she moves towards the other man, and throws the milk at him by kicking him too. Then she quickly follows the muscular man. And she is going to attack him, and that too one of them dies. But we see that it does not make any difference to that man, and he is saying, ladies Wan. Ha ha ha, you underestimated me. And the man holds the lady very tightly, and seeing this the lady becomes very nervous. And the man had the lady lying in a very strange way, and the man was licking the lady's feet. And he is saying, so fragrant and tender, I didn't expect this. Then both of them stand up, and one of the men says to the muscular man, Xiong, don't forget the task. The boss wants us to kill everyone here and leave no trace. So the muscular guy says, understood. I'll take care of it quickly. But then Yifan says to the lady, hey, shopkeeper. Do you remember the deal I mentioned earlier? 3 longevity pills in exchange for me protecting the Wanbao Pavilion once. Are you interested now? So looking at the situation, the lady says to Yifan, if you can truly protect Wanbao Pavilion, not to mention 3 longevity pills, even 300 pills wouldn't be a problem. And Yifan becomes happy after hearing this and he says, alright then, this task. Yifan, we'll take it. And the system also comes out, and she is saying happily, the time for reaping has come again. And Yifan is saying nervously, I only have 1 year left to live. But the system tells Yifan, ha, don't worry, 1 year of life is more than enough to deal with them. And Yifan is thinking after listening to the system, this girl. She's encouraging me to use my cultivation skills again. If I abuse them too much, I might just pass away. Then Yifan says to the system, you talk like I can just raise a finger and kill them with it. And the muscular man is saying, after all, you made a fool of yourself, bitch. Du Yenge, you take care of him. And the other man says, no problem, I'll take care of him easily with this. Ha. And both of them together move forward to attack Yifan, and both of them are arrogant. Little brat. Suffer. Scream. And at last, perish. And both of them together attack Yifan. And we see that Yifan is looking completely like a mummy. And the muscular man is laughing after seeing this thing and he is saying, you've lost all hope, you prick. You're in pieces. And the lady is saying, what is he doing? This kid. What is he trying to prove? Why? Then we see that Yifan breaks their attack, and comes out very easily. And he is saying to them, I've thought of it, a way to deal with you. I'll just use Master Wan's pipe. And a man is again moving to attack Yifan, and he is saying, the fuck? This guy was actually able to break free. Again. I won't underestimate you this time. And Yifan is saying, what's wrong with you? Why won't you die? Get a taste of this. And Yifan attacks with the pipe, but we see that his attack directly hits the man, due to which he gets cut into 2 pieces in 1 stroke. And seeing this, Yifan gets surprised and says, oh no, it's too strong. At the same time the lady also gets surprised, and she says, he just dealt with 2 people with a single blow. That's how strong he is. And seeing Yifan's power, the muscular man also gets scared, and he picks up the lady and says to Yifan, you. Damn it. Come any closer and I'll smash her head. And Yifan is saying to that man, do you think you can threaten me? And Yifan attacks him, due to which one of the man's hands gets cut off. And the lady gets released from the man's hands, and due to his hand being cut he starts screaming very loudly. He is in a lot of pain. And Yifan is saying to that man, you've insulted me with those words, now you'll feel what it's like to die in pain. And Yifan's pipe rotates and goes into the man's mouth, due to which he starts coughing. And we see that Yifan's pipe bursts through his chest and comes out, due to which he dies. And Yifan grabs his pipe, and he says, I'll retrieve this. It belongs to Master Wan. Let's call it a day. Then Yifan gets a notification from the system, and the system tells Yifan, the host has killed 3 foundation stage monks. 2 months' worth of life will be deducted. And Yifan becomes happy after seeing the notification, and he says, oh, not bad. I didn't have to spend too much of my life to kill them. And we look at the system, which becomes sad, and it is saying, with such a small amount of lifespan, I won't be able to fulfill my pies this month. And Yifan pulls the system's cheeks and tells him, I'll control the use of my cultivation. And the system tells Yifan, hey, don't even think of taking advantage of me. You shouldn't have pinched my face. You'll pay for this. Then the lady gives the pill to Yifan, and says to him, thank you for your help, please accept these 12 pills of longevity. And Yifan is thinking while looking at the pill, 12 pills can only increase my lifespan by 3 years, I still have to think of other ways. Then Yifan says to the lady, do you have any other methods for body refining? So the lady says to Yifan, ordinary cultivators practice Taoism and martial arts to enhance their physical body, but there is a long list of techniques, not only for the physical body, but for the spiritual body as well, but a majority of them have been lost, so you won't find them in the pavilion of 10,000 treasures. However, if you need it, the pavilion will do their best to find it for you. Senior's strength is unfathomable, so we must hold on to you. And Yi Fan is saying, I still don't have my technique. But then someone attacks the lady, due to which she falls away. And seeing this, Yi Fan gets a little surprised. And a man comes to that place, and he is saying, You've got a lot of guts, kid. How dare you kill my little brother from the Black Wind tribe, you little brat? I'll make you pay with your blood. Ha! And this man happens to be Black Wind tribe Xiongda. And looking at that man, the lady is saying, it's Xiongda. He injected his blood onto Xiongda to make him stronger. Then that man attacks Yi Fan, and Yi Fan is saying to that man, What the hell, you can do that? Damn, for how many days of my life will I need to deal with these guys? And the system is saying to Yi Fan, 2 months, 3 months, a year, it doesn't matter. Because if you don't do anything, that guy will attack you. And then that man attacks Yi Fan with a dangerous technique, and Yi Fan is very nervous, and he is saying, What should I do? Should I use my lifespan again? What if it's not enough? And that man's punch falls on Yi Fan, due to which he falls away. But the man moves his hand towards Yi Fan, and Yi Fan is saying, You'll regret this punch, you forced me to do this. Now endure it. Longevity pill. Now you're doomed. And Yi Fan consumes a lot of pills, but it is not making any difference to that man. He is laughingly saying to Yi Fan, You little brat. I'll tear you apart. But now Yi Fan also gets ready, and his power increases, and he is saying, Witness the power of 10,000 years of cultivation. And Yi Fan makes a dangerous attack on that man, and we see a huge explosion occur at that place. Then seeing his power, Yi Fan is saying, It's getting too strong again. I can't control it. And Yi Fan just stands quietly. 10,000 treasures pavilion, inside. Then the lady says to Yi Fan, Lord Yi, I beg of you, help me cleanse my soul. And Yi Fan says to the lady, Huh? Why should I help you? And the lady tells Yi Fan, You wouldn't know this, but I was originally a direct descendant of the Wan family from the Wanbao Pavilion's main store, but then I was framed and poisoned. I've lost my cultivation, and I've become an outcast. If you would help me, then I'll help you acquire the best longevity item within the 10,000 treasures pavilion. And Yi Fan becomes silent after listening to the lady. Then Yi Fan starts moving forward, and seeing this, the lady gets a little nervous, but she says further, Sir, don't you want to? And Yi Fan says to the lady, What? Do you want to cleanse your soul in the hall? And the lady becomes very happy after hearing this. Then she starts showing the way to Yi Fan, and saying to him, This way, sir. There's a room with a bit more privacy over here. This is it, sir. What do you think, sir? It's quite big, isn't it? Sir, what can I do for you? Do you need me to prepare some elixirs, treasures, or any formations? And Yi Fan smilingly says to the lady, I don't need you to do all that for a simple cleansing, just go over there and lie down. And as soon as the lady hears this, she becomes very shocked. And she starts feeling shy, due to which Yi Fan says to the lady, Are we going to do it or not? So the lady shyly says to Yi Fan, Yes. I'll certainly do it. On the other hand, Black Wind tribe. Then we see this man who has measles, and blood is coming out of his mouth. And seeing this, he is very surprised, and he is saying, Who is he? And how could he damage my soul? He looks like a kid. No, that can't be, he was using a secret technique. If that's his true power, he'll crush me. For him, it'd be like crushing an ant. What should I do? And then a magician comes to that place, and the magician says to the man, Master, you look distraught. Did you find a strong enemy? So the man says, Yes, he was powerful indeed. Do you have of any countermeasures in place? And the magician says, Master, have you forgotten our treasure? The one that killed 72 members of the Zhong family, the heavenly black curse. It can slay your foes before they even realize it. Even the strongest cultivators can't escape from it. And that man becomes very happy, and is laughingly saying, After we defeat him, that red-haired bitch, Wan Hongying, will be mine. Listen up, boys. Prepare the human sacrifices. Capture them. Let's go. Master's orders. Drive these pigs to the altar. On the other side, Yi Fan is doing his work, and the lady is saying, "Sir, is this okay?" And Yifan says to the lady, "Well, it's going to hurt a bit, so bear with me. 100 million system, activate." And Yifan starts treating the lady, due to which the lady starts screaming. And she is saying, "I can feel a fierce energy within my body." Then Yifan's work is completed, and he says to the lady, "So, how's it going? Do you feel better?" And the lady says, "I'm fine." At the same time she is thinking, "Sheesh. I can't believe I made that noise in front of him. How can he be so calm? Eh? The poison that has been building up for so many years has actually dissipated, and then my physics is now actually an incorruptible spirit body. What even the 9th level creation pill couldn't do, this man in front of me did solely with his own hands. How much power does this guy actually have?" Then the lady bows before Yifan and says to him, "Hongying thanks the senior for his help, and also for the incorruptible spirit body." And Yifan says to the lady, "Don't be polite, this is what we had agreed upon. Now that I've taken that poison off you, it's your turn. Farewell." Then Yifan reaches inside the system, and he is saying to the system, "Bastard system. At least let me chill for a few more seconds. Why are you summoning me all of a sudden? What's wrong with you?" And when Yifan looks at the system is crying. And the system tells Yifan, "Host, you idiot. You're dying and you're still just trying to pick up girls." And when Yifan hears this, he gets very shocked, and he says, "What did you say? I'm dying?" And the system tells Yifan, "Some bastard is stealing our pie. You've been cursed. Life expectancy, 730 days under the influence of a spell. 700 days, 660 days, 610 days. And Yifan gets shocked seeing this, and he says, "What's going on?" Then we see that many people are being sacrificed, and the power inside them was going inside that thing. And that man is becoming very happy, because he wants to kill Yifan at any cost.